So we're gonna make some good old pork ribs. A lot of times when I've cooked and people watched me cook, they said things like, "I'm not doing it right. That's not how you're supposed to do it. You're doing it wrong. You shouldn't be doing it that way." Things like that. And I just wanted to let you know, and to let them know, that if you make something a certain way and you like the taste and that's how you like it, then you're not doing it wrong. You're doing it right. And that's how you should be doing it. So we're going to make some pork ribs. I have some water in here in the Ninja Foodi. I'm adding a little bit of mango juice. Mango juice has an enzyme that breaks down the protein in meat and tenderizes it and gives it that little special kick. And all the videos online, they'll say remove, that film, that tendon from the ribs that's on the outside here, and you can see it. This stuff right here, that white. I don't like removing that. I like the taste of that. It kind of, to me, it gives the ribs that little extra crunch, and that's what I look for in a rib. That's what I like. So I don't remove that. I don't peel it back. I leave that on because that's how the meat should be. That's how it is. We're gonna put some of this on it. This is my favorite stuff. So we added some garlic powder, some cracked pepper, and Italian seasoning. I had to cut the ribs in half so they'd fit in here. Then we added some fresh thyme and some of my homemade butter. Fresh thyme right from the garden. And some of my homemade butter. Oh yeah. And then we're gonna sprinkle some of my homegrown garlic on there. Can't really go wrong with that. And we put the lid on, and we're gonna pressure cook for 17 minutes. And make sure that it is switched on to not venting. We'll allow it to release the pressure after it's cooking, or after it's done. We'll manually release the pressure. And if you want tender ribs that don't quite fall off the bone, you can pressure cook them for 15 minutes. If you want tender ribs that just completely fall off the bone to where you can't even grab it out of here, 25 minutes. So I chose 17, 18 minutes because it's kind of in the middle, and I want it more on the tender side, but not so tender to where I can't grab them to remove them out of here. So they'll still fall off the bone, but I'll still be able to grab them out of, the pressure cooker. This is, how a real man makes food. I'm not following any, agenda or directions that I've read. I'm not taking anybody's advice. These are things that I have done, trial and error. This is how I like to eat my meat. And I do find it funny that it will be the same people that tell you, oh, you can't put like sugar on your cereal, on your cornflakes. Like that ruins the flavor of the cornflakes. Or you can't add hot Chinese spicy mustard to your white rice. Like you can only do that to your brown rice. Like people with this mentality have a very limited palate. And when they do try my food, they regret what they say and they take it back and they say, you were right. This garlic tasted really good on that sweet potato, or, so on. They realize that they have a wider range of, taste buds than they once thought they did. So my point is if you like to eat it and it tastes good to you and you like those ingredients, then by all means, keep doing what you're doing. Don't listen to mainstream media or, these recipe websites that you look up that say, a steak has to be cooked this long with this temperature and you gotta sear it and blah, 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 blah. Just do what you like. Do what you think tastes good. Eat what makes you happy. If you like to eat raw meat, eat raw meat. If you like burnt, crispy steak, eat burnt, crispy steak. Sometimes I like to eat raw meat. Sometimes I like to eat burnt, crispy steak. Sometimes I like it, a little bit in the middle. Depends what I'm feeling. Right now I want, pork ribs with mango juice with garlic and thyme. It's all about what you want. Don't listen to what other people say when you're cooking. You're in the kitchen. You make the rules. If they don't want to eat it, better for you, more for yourself. So we release the pressure. We're going to let the pressure regulate itself for, a few minutes here. Oh my goodness. Oh, yes. That's exactly how I wanted it. Not to fall off the bone in the pot, but just enough to fall off the bone while you're eating it. Oh, yeah. That's what I like.